Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So in today update, Malhar say sorry to Kalyani for all the bad things he do for her, and make sure you watch the video till the end to find out what happened to Sampanda at the court hearing, and subscribe and click on the notification bell to get notified for more updates like this. Anupriya tell Atul that she helped him by submitting Madhuri's letter for sake of Kalyani, not for me, and if you trouble my daughter, I shall cross all limits. Do not make me think that I did wrong by taking this step. Though I compromised with my destiny, but Kalyani will not, and ask her to go by door. She later tell Atul that you are nobody to ask me anything. Satak tell Malhar that everything is fine and Kalyani is coming, you should apologize to her for sure, and he goes. Malhar practice by saying sorry when Kalyani arrives. She get happy seeing arrangement and heart just like in movies, but Malhar deny that he didn't do anything. Kalyani says she knew as he can't do this. Malhar say she is not the only one who watches movies, I too watch. Kalyani say that fighting ones doesn't have romance, and both fight cutely. Kalyani say she thought you called me to say sorry, but I was wrong. Malhar say he called her to say sorry, and both strike with each other and fall down with music. Adhar ishq ada hayada ho jayega. Kalyani ask why these movies Sasens are repeating with us. Malhar says why Sarthak organized flower shop here. He think that he need to say sorry to her for whatever I did. Kalyani say to him no need to say sorry in arrogant way. Malhar shout sorry and sit on knees and say sorry for every pain he gave to her, from marrying, from a parting from Moksh, for taking rounds against her while around dead body. Kalyani smiles. Malhar hold her face by saying that I can't decide for you, you have to take decision, but for sure I want you to stay in my and Moksh life. Sun Raha High Na2 music plays. Kalyani jerk his hand saying you are so filmy. Malhar say I said sorry from her, but you are not realizing. Just and strong wind blows and it turn out to be his dream. Kalyani was on the way when she sees Atharav with Moksh, and on the other side Sampanda inform Malhar about court case for the custody of Moksh. Kalyani too reach there and keep notice papers. Kalyani ask Malhar that why was he quiet and ready notice about custody. She inquire about all this. Malhar shouts he can't stop them from going against me, as according to Aao Saheb for I am guilty for Baba death. And until I am proved innocent, I am guilty, and Atharav and Sampanda are using all this in their favor and goes from there. Kalyani ask God for troubling my family. Anupriya tell Atul how can Aao Sahib do this. Atul say to her talking big is easy, now stop all of them. Kalyani come and hug Anupriya. Anupriya say I will let nothing happen to my daughter and my grandson. Kalyani shout outside that family member got memory loss, that due to Atharav and Sampanda they had to bear so much. Atul and Anupriya try to stop her. Athava dance his room and Sampanda get irritate. Atharav says let dogs brag, when Aao Sahib and Aprana come and agree to him and give some proof in CD. Malhar cry in front of Sarthak that he has lost his father, as I know Aao Sahib is the one who agreed others against me, and I am scared that today is last night with Moksh. Sarthak says believe on Kalyani and me, we both are with you and fighting for you. Malhar asks Sarthak tell me truth as lawyer, will we win this case? Satak stay quiet. Malhar says I got my reply, I am not terrified that I might lose my life, but I am terrified that if I lose case I need to give my son to that cheap woman Sampanda. Sarthak console him and Kalyani is shown listening to them. Kalyani say I will not let Sampanda win and snatch Moksh. Kalyani coming to Aao Saheb holding the rod. Aao Saheb says you want to kill me, but Moksh will be separated from Malhar. Kalyani gives the rod to Aao Saheb and says I brought this for you, and asks her to vent out her anger on her. She says I have lost and tells that Moksh is Malhar's life. She folds her hand and asks her not to separate Moksh and Malhar. Malhar cries thinking about Sampanda telling about the custody hearing. Kalyani tells Aao Saheb that she will do anything whatever you say. Aao Saheb says nobody will give statement against Malhar, but for that you have to go away from Malhar and Moksha's lives. Malhar talks to Moksha and says maybe you are drinking milk from your barber for the last time. Kalyani comes there and tells that she will make Moksha have milk from her hand. She tries to feed Moksha and tells that she has a superb idea to keep him and Malhar safe. She talks to the baby and asks him to laugh. She says there is one bad news with this good news and says the bad news is that I have to go away from Malhar and you. She says I asked you being a good girl and asked for your suggestion, and asks him to answer her after thinking. She asks him to answer her. Moksha smiles. Kalyani thanks him for answering her and tells that we will learn to stay without each other, but Malhar can't stay away from him. She asks Bilu if he will miss her and says she will miss you so much. Malhar comes there. Kalyani and Malhar wipe their tears. Kalyani runs out of room crying. Malhar takes Moksha in his arms and cries badly. Kalyani comes to Malhar and tells that if she goes away from Malhar and Moksha, then will you not give statement against Malhar, and says you will not take Azuba's fake swear. Aao Saheb promises her and asks her to fulfill her promise. Malhar is in the kitchen and gets his hand burnt. Kalyani scolds him and asks you can't take care of yourself, then how you will take care of Moksha. He says when I will not be here then will you miss me. Malhar says no and tells that he can't keep her away from his heart. It is her imagination. Kalyani tells Malhar that she will cook the food. Malhar turns and looks at her. In the morning, Sarthak tells Kalyani in court that Malhar is a good father and he is happy in her marriage with him, and they are good parents to Moksha. Kalyani says okay, sits in auto and leaves. Aao Saheb sees her leaving and smiles. In the court, Sarthak tells that Sampada ran away with Atharv, leaving a days-old baby. Sampada's lawyer tells that Malhar used to torture Sampada a lot and that's why she left him. Her lawyer asks Sampada to come to witness box. Sampada tells that she has bear so much while being with him and he used to beat her and didn't give her anything to eat. She says how can I stay with him, with whom I was suffocating. He used to lock me in bathroom, that's why I left him. Anupriya thinks where is Kalyani? Kalyani reaches house and switches off her phone. Aao Saheb tells that Malhar used to ill-treat both Sampada and Kalyani. Sarthak asks where is Kalyani? Sampada's lawyer tells that Aao Saheb gave her CD about Malhar's behavior with his wife and son. Anupriya checks in the bathroom. Atharv tells that Kalyani planned to make them elope, and says Sampada wanted to take her son, but they had to left Moksha because of Malhar's madness. Kalyani packs her stuff in the bag and thinks she has to give this sacrifice for Malhar. Thanks for watching till the end. Make sure you subscribe, and click on the notification bell to get notified for more updates like this. Fearless!